Hey guys, Juan Mazzo here again, and today I want to talk about something I've touched on in some of my recent videos, which is taking massive action. Taking massive action on all the knowledge you've been consuming, taking massive action on all the questions you've been asking, taking massive action on anything you've hired consultants, gurus, people in general. Massive action is important. Why is it important? Because information that's stagnant is kind of useless and you can never make any money on that, right? So massive action is really about taking the steps to make things happen. Without you taking those steps to make things happen, you end up missing out on a lot of opportunity in life. Here's a great example. And guys, you guys will probably understand this one a little bit more. You walk to Starbucks and you see a cute girl there. Now you have two options. You can approach her and say hello, hi, how you doing, get her name, maybe a number. Or you can go get your coffee. Now, what's funny is in the moment, it seems like a massive amount of just internal argument to overcome to just get to that person and say hi. It's much easier to just go and get your coffee and stick to your routine, be a robot, blah, blah, blah. But understand that maybe if you go and speak to that girl, you get to know her. Maybe you don't fall for her. Maybe she doesn't even like you and you end up not liking her. Maybe you get to just learn more about the world around you and understand that type of person exists. And that's kind of what I want or I don't want, you know? And massive action is really like the difference between wannabe entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs. There's people who always talk about doing stuff and talk, and they never execute. It's like, I have a couple friends who are just like, hey man, I heard this thing is working right now, and this guy, I like listened to it for 6 hours. Like he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. What are you gonna do? I'm like, I'm already executing. And the dude's like, yeah, I was thinking about executing, but I'm like, doing this, doing that, blah, blah, I'm getting ready. People are forever getting ready. They're never taking action. But you know what? That's fine. Because people like that always exist. Accept their decisions. Help them out if you want to. Well, ultimately, you can just kind of, let them do their own thing and just accept them for who they are if you like them. Ultimately, you're never going to get ahead if you don't take massive action. And this applies not just as an entrepreneur who's learning knowledge on how to run a new business, but this also applies as someone in your career. Point in case, I remember when I was younger, starting out in my fledgling career, even though I was already kind of 7 years in, and I asked my boss at the time, hey, I really want to do something beyond the daily support stuff. I want to do a project. Can you let me do a project? And my boss at the time goes and says, we don't have anything, but if you can show me that you know something, like I'll let you run a project. Cool. Well, opportunity was perfect. Something showed up and timing, right? Opportunity and timing they both need to meet for anything to happen. Essentially, I went out, I bought a book, and then a few weeks later, a client comes in saying they need to upgrade one of their servers. And by the time that came up, I was like, hey, boss, I want to be able to be the guy to run point on this. And he goes and says, sure, I seen you reading your book. You're halfway through it. It was literally a book this big, and I geeked out about all of it. I was like, oh, this is great. I love it. Basically, I then came up with a strategy, shared it with the boss. Boss said, go for it. And I would go every step of the way, get my boss to check it. By the time we finished, it was like 2-3 weeks out. We had the server, we migrated everyone over. And my boss says something to me that really was kind of impactful. He said, you're the first person I've ever worked with who picked up a book and didn't have questions on what to do. And that just goes to show you that I picked up a book, I read it, and I took action. That was it. From that point on, I had all the confidence in the world that I can do anything. And I sure have been put in some crazy places where I had to deliver. And guess what? Delivered. Massive action, right? All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Hopefully it was helpful. I hope you guys find it useful. If not, let me know. And if it was great, let me know again. Post it in the comments below. Follow me on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. And make sure you DM and PM me any of these questions, you guys. I love helping you guys out whenever I can. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys. Bye.